Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this video we're going to look into Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and as well Taurus Rising weekly general tarot reading August 23rd up until August 29th, 2021. And if you are interested, guys, in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, should you enjoy the content here on the channel, like, subscribe, and as well hit the notification bell. So with that being said, moving to the general reading for Taurus straight away. And the first card you do have, that is to be the Seven of Wands. It's the Seven of Wands, right? Yeah. Moving next, we do have the Six of Swords. Followed by the third card here, which stands as the World. And the fourth prime card, there are going to be 4 more cards into the spread, all right? So the fourth card for you, Taurus, that will be the Devil card. So quite of a... It's expected, it's simultaneously unexpected turnaround it is that you're going to have in this week, opening up, so to speak, especially if you do find yourself being a hermit right now. Then you are to truly open to the world, but not because we do have the World card. No, it's primarily comes from the Devil, and we're going to see that when we go into the reading itself. But any one of you who does have truly troublesome circumstances with people, especially rivalries, enemies, battles, and so on and so forth, it's highly likely that those are not going to be in place after that particular week. Not necessarily because you are to kind of like end up being victorious, but for most cases it is because the other one is to withdraw, which is a different thing. So starting up here the week with the Seven of Wands, and the card is catalyzed by the Hanged Man. Okay. So these 2 cards here, and they do speak about. Now, how do I explain it? Well, they do speak about something like that. The ticking bomb, it's going to blow up. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a negative thing, okay? But primarily it is where everything literally happens at once. And you may kind of like at that stage, you may truly find yourself overwhelmed by all the activities that are going on around you. And that will be especially difficult for people that have to deal with opportunities, in a sense of that everything blows up and you have a enormous amount of opportunities in front of you, but you can take just so much. And so at that stage, it will be imperative that you do kind of like being able to, or rather like you be resilient to temptations, okay? And premature actions or premature reactions to a taunting, because that is how the whole thing is going to play out. You are literally being taunted by people or by opportunities to take some kind of an action, while the right action at that stage of the week, these very early stages of the week, is going to have its place, its time, and as well its performance, which you are going to be pretty aware when the cue is due. And for that, you want to conserve your strength. Now, on a private case with these 2 cards here, once again, the Seven of Wands with the Hangman. Just hold on a second. The Seven of Wands with the Hangman, that's it is these 2 cards divulge that a hidden and surreptitious competition finally emerges. That is no different than when somebody is pretending to be a friend of yours, to be an ally of yours, or to be, I don't know, a cooperative of yours. Suddenly turns out that it isn't, and they are actually working against you, a spy, a person who sabotages things, and that will cause conflicts. It's very important that should that be the case for you, you do address those conflicts straight away. You do not neglect nor pretend that they are not there. And right after that, the Six of Swords takes place, okay? And it is catalyzed here by the Queen of Wands. Those two cards, pretty strong elemental dignity, which is happen to be active friends, and they too speaks that there will be some pretty drastic actions required at that stage of the week. So you can pretty much, like I said at the start of the reading, liberate yourself, open up, and just move on with more, how can I say, versatility is in front of you, so to speak. And those actions are to be drastic in your eyes, because they are not going to be an actions that you had ever taken before. Well, you may have to, but under different circumstances. And thus, the result, at least for you, will happen to be unknown, okay? And that will scare you at that stage. That may involve ultimatum that you have to place because things are so seated that you just can't stand it anymore, okay? That could be as well a declaration that you are going to quit job because that just not suits you anymore there, and you haven't done that before in such a short span of time, okay, or without any notice. And literally could involve anything. But whatever comes to you as a action at that mid stage of the week, okay, it is the correct move. It is because with the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands speaks that you are going to have a very huge understanding into the nature of the problem, and therefore your astute sense of what to do is going to be more accurate than ever. You will know the weaknesses, you will know the strengths, not just only of yourself but of other people as well, and by that your narrative of action and your narrative of direction is going to be very accurate. And one last thing I want to say here with these two cards, it is that you are to find yourself as well very attractive at that point, to a point where it may scare you, okay? And that will be the case only if you do fill up the condition that you do enjoy yourself and you go out and, you know, show yourself in front of the world. If someone asks you out, you do it. So, and it just, it will be a very, very pleasant time. So having a little bit of a fun here at the mid stages of the week is gonna be very, very positive for you, Taurus. And after that, the world follows, and it is catalyzed here with the Five of Swords. These two cards, and they are more spiritual. This elemental dignity is more spiritual than practical one, and it does speaks about the realization of thine self, how much thou can go for, without stretching the boundaries of thine limit, and also the spiritual understanding. Oops, I'm sorry. The spiritual understanding here that not everything works at all cost, and sometimes, you know, you just have to let go of things, you know, or abandon, relinquish certain aspects of thine life, so you can have free space for others. Also, these couple of cards here may speak about letting go of being stubborn, letting go of not giving a chance to something. Say you have been asked to start a job, but you are deflecting that proposition for a long time. It's a friend who asks you, and finally maybe it's time for you to give it a go, because with these two cards you can definitely withdraw your application afterwards. Same, it's true when it comes to personal relationships. Maybe somebody is asking you out for quite some time. Well, maybe it's time for you to give it a go here with these two cards. Just see what's going to happen. The world is not going to end if you do so, and you can definitely withdraw from it. And when you do try out these kind of stuff, but just before we go to the next card here, guys, with the world and the Five of Swords, it's pretty much a moment where the negative influences into your environment into your social circle are not going to touch you. They will simply going to be behind the shielding dome, so if I can say it that way. They are not how can I say, they are not banished, but for the time being you are not going to be affected by them. And the last card here of your spread is going to be the Devil, and I'm so looking forward to see. Oh my god, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. These two passive supporters, very, very strong, one of the strongest elemental dignities, and literally states something that I am saying it for other elemental dignities as well, but here it is as strong as it can get. And that is that at the end of the week, you are going to have these circumstances in such a way that you can do, or you can make what you want to make the way you want to make it. Even more, you will have the circumstances the way you want to have them, and it comes from the circumstances themselves. It's not like you're going to have the perfect circumstances, but you do get to make your own perfect circumstances. This is how powerful that elemental dignity here is. And because it's catalyzed with the Eight of Pentacles, that also speaks about your kind nature at that stage, where you will address those, because you will realize how much power you do have over somebody or over some kind of an enterprise. You are to address those circumstances with a huge amount of conscientiousness, and you will have that keen eye for the details, for the subtleties, for the small things. And once you are ready with shaping off your environment here, your love, say your career, you will be ready to initiate something you wanted, craved, and planned for a very long time. So if you have been single for a very long time, it seems that your yearning is to be fulfilled. Unemployed for a long time, same thing. Your yearning is to be fulfilled. Whatever you yearn for, it's yours at the end of this week. Hopefully you're gonna take it. So with that being said, Taurus, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, for August 23rd up until August 29th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.